The night before my wedding, I got a text message that destroyed my entire life. Not a phone call. Not even a conversation. Just 6 words. You're not enough for me. That was it. 3 years together. A wedding already paid for. Guests flying in from across the country. And she ended everything with a text. But here's the part nobody saw coming. By the end of that week, I found out she wasn't leaving me for another man. She was leaving me for a woman. And somehow, that woman changed my life too. You ever notice how people only care about weddings, but nobody prepares you for what happens when one falls apart? Because when your engagement explodes overnight, people don't know what to say. They stare at you like you're contagious. And honestly, I thought my life was over. I was 29, working a normal office job, living in a tiny apartment outside Chicago. I thought I had finally figured life out. Stable relationship, wedding plans, future. Turns out, I was building my dream on top of someone else's lie. The text that ruined me. I still remember where I was, sitting on my kitchen floor, trying to organize seating charts. My fiancée, Ashley, had been acting weird for weeks. Distant, cold, always busy. But I kept ignoring it because that's what people do when they're scared. We explain away red flags just to protect the future we imagined. Then my phone buzzed. At first I thought it was another wedding update. Instead I saw this. Sorry, I can't do this anymore. You're not enough for me. No explanation. No emotion. Nothing. I called her immediately. Straight to voicemail. Again. Voicemail. Again. Blocked. I just sat there staring at the screen, like maybe the words would rearrange themselves into something less cruel. But they didn't. And here's the humiliating part. The next morning, vendors were calling me. Family members were arriving. People kept texting. Can't wait for tomorrow. Meanwhile, I couldn't even breathe properly. I had to call my mother and tell her the wedding was canceled. You want to know what heartbreak actually feels like? It's not dramatic movie crying. It's numbness. It's sitting in silence while your entire future disappears in real time. And the worst part, I actually believed her. I believed I wasn't enough, pretty enough, successful enough, interesting enough. That text didn't just end my relationship. It destroyed my confidence. The truth I was never supposed to find 3 days later. I found out the truth by accident. Not from Ashley. From Instagram. Funny how social media ruins lives now. I was doom scrolling at 2 a.m. like every heartbroken person does. That's when I saw a photo. Ashley, holding hands with another woman. Not casually. Intimately. Foreheads touching. Smiling in a way I hadn't seen in months. The caption. Finally choosing happiness. I felt physically sick. First I thought she cheated. Then I thought maybe she was experimenting. But slowly, pieces started connecting in my head. Her emotional distance. Her discomfort anytime I talked about our future. The way she seemed relieved whenever wedding plans got delayed. And suddenly I realized something horrifying. She never truly wanted this life. Not with me. Not with any man. And I know this sounds terrible, but part of me was angry she wasted years of my life pretending. Like, why propose to me? Why plan a wedding? Why let me fall deeper and deeper into something you already knew wasn't real? For weeks I obsessed over that question. Then something unexpected happened. The woman from the photo messaged me. Her name was Danny. And her first message said, I think we both got lied to. That stopped me cold. Because suddenly, I wasn't the only victim in the story. The woman I was supposed to hate. I almost ignored her message. Who wouldn't? In my mind, she was the reason my life exploded. But something about her tone felt genuine. So we met for coffee. And honestly, I expected to hate her. Instead, she looked terrified. Like she hadn't slept in days. She explained everything. Ashley had hidden our engagement from her. Told Danny we were basically over. Told her the wedding was just family pressure. And apparently, Ashley had been struggling with her identity for years. Now here's the part that changed me. Danny looked me dead in the eyes and said, she didn't leave because you weren't enough. Pause. She left because she was lying to herself. I swear. That sentence healed something inside me. Because heartbreak does this weird thing where you automatically blame yourself. You start rewriting your entire personality in your head. Maybe if I were prettier, smarter, more exciting. But hearing the truth, it shattered that illusion. And weirdly enough, Danny and I started talking more after that. Not romantically. First, just two people trying to understand the same disaster from different angles. But pain creates intimacy fast. Especially when someone truly understands what you lost. The plot twist I never expected. Here's where life got complicated. Because somewhere between late-night conversations, coffee runs, and trauma bonding over the world's worst ex-girlfriend, something shifted. Danny made me laugh again. For the first time in months. And I started noticing little things. The way she pushed her hair behind her ear when nervous. The way she listened without interrupting. The way I felt calmer around her. First I ignored it. Then I panicked. Because I had never questioned my sexuality before. Ever. But emotions don't care about labels. And neither does connection. One night we were sitting in her car outside my apartment. Talking about fear. And she quietly asked, "Have you ever felt seen before?" That question hit me hard. Because honestly, no. Not completely. Not the way I felt sitting there with her. And before I could overthink it, she kissed me. Soft. Careful. Like she was giving me time to pull away. But I didn't. Because for the first time in my life, something felt real instead of expected. Not performative. Not forced. Just honest. And that terrified me more than heartbreak ever did. Sometimes losing everything saves you. You know what's crazy? At the time I thought that text ruined my life. Now I see it differently. It exposed a life that was already broken. Ashley leaving forced both of us to stop pretending. And honestly, I don't hate her anymore. Because sometimes people hurt you while trying to escape themselves. That doesn't excuse it. But understanding it changes you. As for Danny and me, we took things slowly. No dramatic movie ending. No perfect fairy tale. Just honesty. And after years of performing the version of myself everyone expected, that honesty felt revolutionary. Sometimes the worst day of your life is actually the beginning of the life you were supposed to have. If this story taught me anything, it's this: never beg someone to choose you. The right person never makes you feel impossible to love. And sometimes rejection isn't proof you're not enough. It's proof you were meant for something more honest. If this story hit you emotionally, subscribe and comment below. What's the hardest truth love ever taught you?